Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Today is another installment of This or That. It's where we're going to take two products that are very similar to each other. One would kind of say that the makeup companies kind of copy each other, and we're going to take two of those products and compare and contrast and see, should you get this or should you get that. So today's This or That is going to be on drugstore contour kits. Now, I'm talking about the ones that include a contour, a blush, and a highlight. Those three trio ones. Installment 2 of this series, this is going to be the Maybelline Master Contour by FaceStudio palette. I have it in light to medium. And then that is going to be the Rimmel Sculpting Kits. Oops, sorry for blinding you. I have these in 001 and 002. So we have one which is Golden Sands and two which is Coral Glow. So let's just jump right in here. The Maybelline one is $12.99 and you do get the three colors, and it even labels it on here: contour, blush, and highlight. It does come with a brush in here that they say you can use for all three products. How, Maybelline? How? No, just throw the brush away. It's really stiff. It's not good. I mean, no, you just can't use this. Don't use it. And then here is the actual palette. I'm going to get it up close for you guys. Here we have the contour, the blush, and the highlight. Now in this palette, I really like the blush. It's my favorite part of the palette. It's a really nice kind of lighter pink color, but it still gives you a really good flush of pink on your cheeks, and it looks really pretty. And then the highlight is a very subtle highlight. It does have just a slight sheen to it, but it's not going to be one of those crazy sparkly in your face highlighters. I would say this is very work appropriate. It's not going to look too crazy. That looks really good. The blush is really good. My main gripe is the contour, which, let's be honest here, if you're buying one of these kits, it's really because you want the contour, because that's the whole point of it, is contour and highlight. Adding the blush in on these drugstore kits just seems to me to be like a, you know, kind of beginners, like, here you go, here's all the things that you need to do your cheeks. But the contour is the main thing. And this one, guys, it comes off very cool looking on camera. And even whenever I looked at it in the pan, I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And then whenever I put it on, it goes on very, very warm. Just really does not work as a contour color for me and my skin tone. And looking at the more medium to deep one, I did feel like it looked cool in the pan also. However, it might be one of those just like this where it looks cool and then it turns out more warm. So the fact that this contour is very warm once you put it on your skin, you can't use it for contour. It would be very good for bronzer. It is very silky. It does blend nicely. I do like all of the powders in this palette. However, the contour color being kind of a dud for what it is supposed to be kind of makes this a little bit a strike against it, if you will. But if you're going into it knowing that you're going to use it as a bronzer instead of a contour, that's fine. Go into it knowing that, and this is still a good palette. And the packaging on the Maybelline one, it does look nice. It's just plain black with your silver accent here. It's okay looking. It's very sturdy. You know, it's serviceable. It's not super pretty, but it works. It does the job. And then you also do have a diagram here on the back that tells you how to apply each product. Now moving on to our THAT product, we have the Rimmel Sculpting Kits. And I picked up two colors because it wasn't laid out in terms of light, medium, deep. So I really wasn't sure which one was gonna work out better for me. But this is number 1, Golden Sands, and just looking at it here, you can tell that this contour shade is extremely, extremely warm. I normally would have gotten this one if it was for, you know, light skin tones and just been done with it. But because of how warm the contour is, I just could not only pick this one up. So I went ahead and got number 2, which is Coral Glow, and you can see that the contour in this one does look a little bit more cool, so I figured that that might work out better for me. And another main difference that I note with these is that although the contour shades are warm in the first one and cool in the second, the other colors, the highlighter and the blush, are more cool toned in the number 001 and then more warm toned in the number 002. In this one, it's a little bit more of a taupey highlight. And in number 2, it's a bit more of a champagne highlight. And then our blushes are a very, very cool toned baby pink right here. And then we have more of a coral blush. Packaging on these, oh, it just speaks to me. I love the way that they set this up. I love how like fresh and pretty it looks. It just looks so feminine, and it really makes me want to reach for it. I'll also include on the back here a diagram on the Rimmel one as well. But these are $6.99, and surprisingly it took me this long to find these Rimmel contour kits. I have looked everywhere for them, high and low, from Chicago to Sacramento and everywhere in between, and I finally just came upon a new display of them in my Walmart this past week. So that was really interesting because I feel like everyone else has already found these, used them, reviewed them, and been done with them. But I still feel like doing the review on them and showing you this or that will help some people. I know not everybody has bought them yet, and in YouTube land things just move very quickly. But either way, I'm going to bring this review to you so that you guys can see it. So I have gotten a chance to use both of the different palettes of this. I can tell you that the number 001 Golden Sands is very much like the Maybelline one in that the contour is just way too warm to actually use as a contour. It should really be more of a cool toned color so that it mimics an actual shadow on your face instead of sitting on top and just being like an orange stripe. You don't want that. So number 001, definitely go into it knowing that you're not going to actually use this as a contour and highlighting kit. You're going to be using it as a bronzing and blushing and highlighting kit. So know that one going into it. Otherwise, I really like the highlight shade. I think it goes on very pretty. Both of the highlight shades in these palettes are very much more of a blingy highlight, not as sparkly as some, but it's in the mid-range of like sparkly highlighters. So you're not going to get that work appropriate subtle sheen, but I would still say that if you go in with a light hand, you could still make it very work appropriate, very toned down. And then the last one was the Coral Glow. I do really like the contour in this one. I feel like it works very nicely and really good cool toned contour color. The highlight in this one is really nice also. It's a little bit more of a gold champagne color, whereas the other one is a bit more cool toned. But I think it looks really nice. I'm wearing it today. And I went in with, you know, a decent amount on my brush and just kind of blended it with a fan brush. And I really like the overall color that I'm getting there and the sheen that I'm getting from it. And then I'm also wearing the Coral Blush from this palette today also. And I really like the nice flush that it gives. These blushes and the Rimmel ones are very, very pigmented. I have to dab in and then tap a lot of it off of my brush in order to not be like clown face. So overall, both of these kits have really nice powder formulas. They go on nicely, they blend nicely. 2 of the contours are much too warm to be used as a contour. All of the blushes are really nice, and then in the Maybelline one you have more of a subtle highlight, and in the Rimmel ones you have more of a blingy traditional highlight. Again, Maybelline is $12.99 and the Rimmel is around $6.99. So here we go, guys. Is it going to be this or is it going to be that? Which one? Which one do you think? Guys, my pick this time is that. I really, really, really like these Rimmel kits. I think that they are super duper nice. I would definitely suggest you go with the numbered 002 though. Unless you just plan on using number 1 as a bronzer. But if you're looking for the full contour highlight blush experience, go with number 2. Let's be real here, it's half the price of the Maybelline one, and for a better product, I say heck yes, let's go for it. And I kind of like that they don't include a brush that is just completely unusable. I'd rather not have the brush and save a little packaging space. And the packaging on here is just gorgeous, flat out gorgeous. So guys, let me know down in the comments if you have tried these and if you had a favorite one. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. That, doesn't that sound funny? That sounded really weird. Okay. Just hit the restart button. Oh, this is what that was. Okay.